What's going on, guys? Nathan here, bringing you some more Team Fortress 2, and this video's topic will actually not only apply to Team Fortress 2, but many games, for me especially for Team Fortress 2, and really this is getting mad at video games. Now, I will admit that this idea actually sprouted from Jerma's latest video, I believe it's his latest video, on how to get better at multiplayer online shooters, and he basically said that you're gonna get mad. You know, when you see people that are amazing, you know, they just didn't instantly get amazing. They had to go through trials and they failed along the way. And I just want to talk to you guys about getting mad because it is one of my biggest flaws in gaming ever. Is just that I get too emotionally involved, and you know, I don't know what it is about me, but I guess I have a temper, but, you know, I don't really have that problem as much as I used to. When I was, like, 12 or 13, I used to freaking, like, rage face at Team Fortress 2 especially, actually, but also Call of Duty, because, you know, whatever I classified as bullshit, when I would get killed by it, I'd get, you know, just a little bit pissed off, and it's kind of like an exponential gain to me. You know, you start out, like, okay with it, you know, like, let's say Call of Duty, like, 3 noob tube deaths, you're like, alright, whatever, that's fine, but then that 6th or 7th death, like, at that point, you were almost ready to freaking throw your Xbox across the room. So, yeah, but I just wanted to give you some tips on how to avoid getting mad at video games, being, since it is my biggest flaw, I do know a lot about it, and I suppose I could give some tips, on how to combat getting mad at video games, even though, you know, it's still a work in progress. I still do get emotionally involved, and, yeah, so let's get started. So as a precursor, let me just say that getting mad is not all that bad in video games. If you're getting mad, and Jerma specifically said this in his video, these good players that are just amazing at whatever game they may be playing did not get good overnight. They had to lose matches, you know, get killed to be where they are today. You are going to get frustrated, and you have to recognize that getting mad is all part of a learning process. If you're frustrated, it means that you've discovered some weakness in yourself that, like, once you've discovered it, you can then, you know, fix it up and hopefully do better in the future. But you also need to realize that you are going to get in those heat of the moment type of rages, because I have gotten many of those, and I actually made a video on one, you know, that face stab rage video. That was one of those rare moments where I completely lose my cool, and I know other people who have lost their cool as well. You need to realize that while you're in that heat of the moment situation, and you need to really, really work hard to remember this, you cannot let your rage escape, because if you end up shouting, you know, only bad things can come of that. I've had moments where I've been grounded for, you know, yelling swear words, because, you know, once again, getting mad is natural, but you have to remember that even in that heat of the moment, letting all of that rage out will do nothing good for you, other than, you know, telling you that something is wrong and needs to be fixed. So what are some tips for not getting mad at whatever game you may be playing? The first and most important tip: take a break. Seriously, this just helps you so much, because although when you're in that state of rage, you want revenge, right? You want that satisfying revenge kill that shows that you're not getting dominated by the other player and you can in fact hold your own. But you cannot lust for that revenge kill. You need to take a break, get your mindset under control, and hopefully, or actually, not really hopefully, but usually when you have your mind under control, you're flat-headed, your emotions are in check, you can end up doing better at whatever game you're playing. So that is the most important and the number one tip I would tell you. Just take a break. Even if it's for 30 seconds, you would be amazed at how much good that does you. Second tip, recognize the symptoms of getting mad. Now, for me personally, it feels like there's a hot pressure building in the back of my brain, and usually when I lose my cool is when this pressure, like, builds so much that it eventually explodes, and I just kind of, you know, once again, just lose my cool there. So with this knowledge of recognizing your symptoms, you can then plan ahead and, you know, make sure to recognize that you're not doing good, you're not going to do good in this state of mind, and, you know, you can plan ahead so that that sort of rage does not escalate. So armed with that knowledge, you can be better equipped to deal with whatever has to be done to avoid, you know, raging even more. So this actually ties in to my third tip, which is, like I said before, realize that you're not doing good and just accept it, because you have this need for a revenge kill to prove that you are not this bad player in whatever game you may be playing. Realize that you're not going to do good in that state of mind, because only continuing in your state of mind and or your game is just going to make you more mad, and, you know, leaving a game is acceptable, although, you know, obviously they're, you know, if you're playing like Highlander TF2, you don't want to obviously leave a game because you're probably going to get frustrated in Highlander because everybody's amazing, so, and don't leave because your reliability goes down. Trust me, I know what that is like. So just realize that you're not going to do good, and because you feel like you have this entitlement was the word I was looking for there. Don't feel like you're entitled to a revenge kill to satisfy your bloodlust, to prove that you are more than how you are playing currently. And, you know, just once again, recognize that the enemy team is not going to just lay on their back so you can get this type of revenge kill. Only continuing in the state of mind is just going to make you even more mad. So, yeah. The last really serious tip I have is that look at raging as sort of a learning experience. One thing I have done to calm myself sometimes is you look at how you were killed and see, you know, try to pick out what did you do wrong, what could you have done better to avoid that death, what did the enemy do that you could have combated, what did the enemy not do that you could have, you know, taken advantage of, and, you know, emptying your emotions actually ties in if you do that, because it's just sort of a natural thing. If you look at things logically, your emotions will just settle by themselves. So definitely try that out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but definitely, you know, at least try it, see what works, see what doesn't, and you should be good. The last small tip I have is to listen to some music, and for me personally, a good beat calms me more than I'd care to admit, and you know, it's good to turn those emotions around to go to face a different direction. So that is one thing you can try as well, and music works wonders sometimes. So there you go, and that will actually wrap up this video, guys. It is about to end. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it, and if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. I always appreciate that as well. If you're new around here, new to my videos, feel free to subscribe because I bring lots of TF2 and awesome commentaries, or at least I'd like to think awesome commentaries. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next video, and peace out.